Hi, I'm Zalima and welcome back to Zalima's Experience. A couple of months ago, I made a video about my Stuart Weitzman 50/50 boot collection. I want to follow up with that. I'm just showing the rest of my collection. I don't have much to share. There's only about 4 pairs of shoes that I have, other shoes besides 50/50 boots that I have by Stuart Weitzman. But I just wanted to share them with you all because, as I said before, the brand is one of the more inclusive brands, and they have actually made some changes recently that I'm going to touch on just a little bit. In the past, the Stuart Weitzman brand has always had a box that was of a purple color. It kind of ranged, so some of those shoes that I have, like the older shoes, will be more of a blue or almost like blueberry-ish kind of color, and then I have some boxes that are more of a deep or rich purple, and there is like another shade of purple that's kind of in between. So they've always been some kind of purple color. The box is usually almost like a fabric finish. Feels kind of like linen or cotton. It's probably cotton, but it has like a very textured finish. They tend to be very durable. So they're pretty thick boxes. So not what you would typically see or expect from your shoebox. So that's typically how they've looked in the past. So more recently, as of September, they've decided to rebrand, or they have begun rebranding. Well, actually, I guess they've already rebranded. And so what they've done is they've changed the logo. It's still essentially the same, but the typography, so the font of the logo is different. It's a little bit wider, in my opinion. Not stacked, I guess. It's kind of how I would describe the logo previously. So they're rebranding. The box is still purple, or in the purple family, but it's a lilac color, and it has this now more expanded logo. So I'll say previously the logo seems to have been taller and more condensed, and this one seems to be a little bit wider. If you know anything about typography, hopefully that'll make some sense. Almost immediately upon rebranding, they also I guess released a new campaign for the fall winter of 2022. And so that campaign featured Kim Kardashian and some new, well, not new, like still classic boot designs, like over the knee, suede boots and things like that in different finishes and fabrics. But Miss Kardashian was the face of the campaign. You can definitely tell that they're trying to rebrand or that they are rebranding because, for one, to have her as the focus. In the past, actually, I believe Kendall actually did a campaign a couple years ago. They've had like Serena Williams. They tend to have younger people, but the style of shoe wasn't necessarily like as young, I guess, or as hip as this new style. So now this year, a lot of shoes in the campaign, they have like Croco embossed boots, lucite heels. They have some platforms. The heel heights are absolutely higher than what I've seen in the past. And some of the colors are also just a little bit, they're not typical. So they're not what you would typically expect from Stuart Weitzman. Like I mentioned previously, I have 4 additional pairs of shoes that are by Stuart Weitzman that are not boots. Well, one pair is a boot actually, but they are not 50/50 boots. And so I'm just going to share those just so you all can see what else I have in my collection. And as I mentioned before, I do have big feet, so this is hopefully helpful to someone that is interested in the brand or has questions about the fit of other shoes besides the 50/50. Like my most favorite pair of shoes, and they are, I believe they're called the Fringe, Love Fringe, that's the name, and they are these. So they're like a barely there suede style. And they have a very high heel. I believe this is 4 inches. This is not, obviously it's no platform, so it's just flat. This is genuine suede. The soles of all Stuart Weitzman shoes are typically leather, so there's a leather sole. You can see I've worn these probably about 2 times, maybe 3 times. But these are very old. These were like along the lines of one of my first pair. I got these. Well, the receipts in here, so let's see. So I got these in 2015, and they were $500. So this is a style. It's actually, I saw a couple of people that actually had them. Like I saw an influencer that had them shortly after I got them. They also came in red suede. I love the shoe a lot, but it is very painful to walk in. So that's why I've only worn them like 3 times. And I know it's just this heel height, but it's a lovely shoe nonetheless. And like I said, one of my favorites. The next shoe I want to share, they're pretty beat up, but because they're my favorite and they're pretty comfortable. It's the Nearly Nude, which is also in like that Barely There style. This toe strap is a little bit thicker than what we just saw on the Love Fringe, but same kind of concept and idea. Like I said, leather on the bottom. As you can see, I wear these a lot. I actually got these in 2016. This is a true suede. And the color, I actually have the receipt for this one too. So the color is saddle suede, and the price was $3.98 for these. So yeah, these are the Nearly Nudes. Is one of my favorite styles. They have like so many varieties of these actually, even right now actually. And like I said, I got these in 2016, so that was 6 years ago, and they're still making these. So a classic for sure. The next style shoe that I have is the 75 Less Nudist. So it's pretty similar to what we just saw in the Nearly Nude. Similar heel height. They're both about like 3.5 inches, I believe it is. This shoe is patent leather. It's white. I just randomly got these one day, and I actually haven't worn them much. I know they're a little bit beat up, but that's actually why I don't like patent leather, because I've only worn these about maybe 3 or 4 times. Maybe a little bit more than that actually, but patent leather tends to show like wear immediately. So I'm not a fan of patent leather, but I do like having a white sandal. So same idea. Actually, this sole is not leather, unlike the other two. So this one doesn't have a leather, I guess outsole or whatever, but still a nice shoe. It's pretty comfortable, even though it doesn't have like a platform. I've worn these out to like a concert, dinner. Yeah, I can walk in them. I actually really like these shoes, and I don't feel like I'm like towering, even though they have a pretty decent heel height. Same Barely There style. Strap is like the same as the Nearly Nude. I actually was looking for the Nearly Nude, and that's how I ended up getting these, because they didn't have the Nearly Nude available. I got these in 2018 for my birthday, and the price was $3.98. So similar price point to the Nearly Nude, or the same price point as the Nearly Nude. But yeah, these are not a wide. This is the standard width shoe, and like I said, I don't have a problem with these either. The last shoe that I have that I want to share is my Mackenzie combat boot, which I got in 2021. Like everything, I have the receipt still here. So I'm pretty sure I got these in like spring of 2021. No, summer of 2021. But I believe these came out in the fall of 2020 going into 2021 winter. And so I was able to get my hands on these. And I was looking for a combat boot. And I saw these, and they had a lot of styles of these as well. So this was actually the campaign that I believe that Kendall Jenner was actually on. And so, as you can see, they're actually, I don't wear them like often or whatever, I guess, but I've worn them a fair amount of time, or a fair amount of times rather. So they have the hook and eye laces, or they have regular, I guess, eye laces here for the shoe, eyes for the shoelaces here, and then hook, like a, I guess I'm calling it a hook and eye, but I'm pretty sure it's not the term. It's like a hook here, and then the heel is kind of sloped. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. These are like rubber. This is a rubber sole. They have these in like white, red, forest green. Red was actually pretty nice. I thought I was going to get the red ones. Forest green, metallic silver, I believe they had, and leopard print. And I know I'm missing another color. I believe they did another release of these this year. But I didn't pay enough attention to really notice what the differences are. But yeah, this is a pretty comfortable boot. I will say, the first time I wore these, it was hard breaking them in. Like the heel really hurt, like the counter, excuse me, really hurt the heel of my foot. But after that first time, they were fine. So I would just recommend, maybe taking it slow the first couple of wears. And like I said, now they're fine. This is a regular, like standard 12 width, and one of my favorite shoes. Also, what I really like about the Mackenzie, I don't know if this is for all of them or just the black pair, but they came with the pink dust bag. Usually, the Stuart Weitzman shoes come with like either a gray or a like off-white dust bag, but these actually came with a pink dust bag, so I thought that was pretty cute. So yeah, that's the last pair of shoes that I have that is not a 50-50 boot. So that wraps up my entire Stuart Weitzman collection. So I do want to talk about some of the changes that I mentioned earlier that I've seen occurring with Stuart Weitzman. So like I mentioned, there's the campaign with Kim Kardashian, which I just thought was a little like less traditional based on what I've seen from them in the past. And out of this collection, like I like the shoes. So there are like several pair that I like, but I don't know that I'll be getting anything. I would like to get, like on my wish list, if I could have any of the shoes that I would like to get the Croco embossed lucite heel boots, and it's like a wedge boot, and they look like they come about over the knee or maybe knee high. And they're like an ox blood color, so like very dark, almost maybe actually maroon is probably like a better description for them because they're not like super dark. So I would like those. And then also they have another pair of wedges that are like wedge boots that have like a kind of caramel color. I like those as well. And I also like the boots that Kim Kardashian is seen wearing in the campaign. And they look basically like the Balenciaga knife boots, I believe it is. Just a style similar to the other changes that I noticed. These are not, I guess, necessarily changes, but it just seems like they're going back to something that they used to do in the past, or something that they used to offer in the past. So in the past, like when I first started buying Stuart Weitzman shoes, they used to have like trunk shows where you could go at the beginning of the season. It would be like, let's say for fall, it would happen in like maybe early summer or late spring, where you could go and you could pre-order your shoes, and there would be basically all the sizes and varying widths that you needed, and you could get even exclusive colors and patterns and things like that. So what I noticed the other day when I was looking at their website is that they now have some shoes and they've increased the size range up to a 13, and they've been offering narrow and wide widths. It's just they used to tend to have more just like standard, like the regular width available, but I saw that they have, like I said, 13s and also more wide width shoes than they usually have, and more narrow shoes. And so 13 is the highest size. They're offering 18 sizes, so the range is of 18 sizes from size 3.5 to 13. I don't know if the 13 comes in a wide, but if you need a 13, they have it. I tend to, I probably could wear a 13 if I needed to, but I found that with the Stuart Weitzman shoes, I don't want to size up because they're leather, and so they tend to have some room. And actually with all of these shoes that I've shown you, they all fit pretty well. So I would say they're pretty true to size in my opinion, but in the reviews, like when you buy their shoes, like all things, you should just read the reviews because they tend to vary depending on the season. So sometimes the shoes will be more true to size than they typically would be. And sometimes they'll have like one or two boots that are like completely, I don't want to say like completely off, but there'll definitely be like a lot of complaints about the shoe being bigger than it should be. And so they'll recommend sizing down. If I see reviews like that, I tend to just get my regular size. I don't change the width and I don't size down. So like I said, it varies, but I feel as though most of my shoes are consistently a size 12. So that's my perspective on it. But like I said, now they have that extended size range. So hopefully they'll offer more things in the size 13. And also even for, small foot girlies, offer more things in 3.5 and 4s for you guys as well. So that wraps up the remainder of my Stuart Weitzman collection, and also just an update on the company overall. You know, I would like you guys to go take a look at the brand and see how things are changing. You can see, like, if you look in the sales section, you'll see like some of the older styles as compared to some of the newer styles, and also on some of those kind of luxury, the older styles on there, and you'll see the contrast in what's being offered now, and then maybe what I'm saying will make some sense. But that's really all I wanted to share. I just wanted to give you all the remainder of my collection. And of course, if I get any of the shoes that I would like to have, I will come back and give you guys a review on the wear, the fit, and the comfort level, just to see if things are remaining consistent with the brand change, or like if they change manufacturers. There may be more going on than we know than just the logo change. So anyway, if you would like to see more tall girl friendly shoe content, just drop a message below. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. And of course, as always, thank you for watching.